All right, so this video is going to be about how to program the Yaesu FT-70d using the Chirp programming software. The first two things, or the only two things you'll need, are the radio, the FT-70d, and the USB cable that came with the radio. I've been reading online, and apparently this only works with the USB cable that comes with the radio. It really does look like an ordinary cable. And you'll need a computer. I am using a Mac computer because ADMS, the program that comes with the radio, does not work on Mac. So the next step involves opening an updated version of Chirp. So yeah, you just open Chirp and just leave it there. This next step involves some dexterity, and it might be hard to point the camera at the same time, but I'm gonna give it a shot anyways. So in order to put the radio into ADMS mode, it requires a slightly different process than what they ask for in the instruction manual. What you have to do, and I'll just explain it first, is you have to turn your radio on. Turn your radio on, unclip the battery, just unclip it, don't take it out, and then while holding the power button and the AMS at the same time, clip the battery back in. So I'm gonna try to attempt this now. Make sure you start with it on. So I'm gonna unclip the battery first. And then while holding the power button and the AMS key, I'm gonna clip the battery back in. And now you'll be in ADMS mode. From there, plug in your USB cable, connect the radio to the computer, and then go to Chirp. You want to hit radio, download from radio, select Yaesu under model, select FT-70d. Now in my case, and this might depend on your computer, but mine came up as FA131, and for my computer that seemed to work. I'm not really sure what the naming process is, but basically if you see a new kind of device thing pop up, that's probably the one that you want to use. From there, you want to hit OK, and then on your radio, hit the band button, and it'll go into TX mode. And from there, you'll see this progress bar that says cloning from radio. If everything worked, you'll see all of your channels go in. So from here you can edit some settings and channels and other things. So once you've entered your channels and the settings that you want, you have to now upload it into the radio. Now, I've discovered a way to do this, and it's also kind of tricky and requires some dexterity, but it does work. What you have to do is you go to radio, and you go to upload to radio, and you hit OK. But before you hit OK, you have to have your finger on the mode button ready. And so what you're gonna do is you're gonna hit the OK button, and then right after that, like really quickly, right after you hit OK button, you hit the mode button. So I'm gonna try to do this like so. And so you hit OK, and then you hit mode right afterwards. And as you'll see, it says cloning to radio, and your radio will be in RX. And once that's done, you'll have all your settings in your radio. So it's finally loaded, and it goes back to ADMS mode. You can just unplug, you can turn it off, and then once you turn it on, you'll have all of your settings in there. And so there you have it, folks. That's how to use Chirp with the FT-70D